engagement at Papado Oakland, a location I know very well. I know John Van Duz. I know the manager. Tell me how he proposed. If he proposed to you in the middle of the restaurant, I want to hear this story.
So, like I said, he's one of the guys who I had been seriously
Just tell me
dating.
about
He
it. Tell me
also
about the
has a
proposal.
daughter,
Tell me about the
so he has
proposal.
a
I just
child.
want Saturday night. I just want Saturday night. What'd you have? What'd you eat?
Um, so I mean, I was having a nice meal. We
What did
both
you
were having
have?
a
I mean,
nice
what meal
meal.
did you have?
I don't
What
understand
the
what the
food? Oh,
specifics.
cause I just want to know. Did you have what? What'd you eat?
I mean, I don't know what you're trying to get at.
I just want, ma'am, you have a great story to tell. I just want the details. What'd you eat? Why you being so evasive about seafood? Exactly, you lying.
All right, look, y'all. First of all, he shouldn't have spoke to her that way. So I saw in the comments, he hates women. Why does he talk to women that way? You shouldn't talk to a woman that way. I agree. However, I would suggest that there's a certain way that you talk to men as well. We don't hear that. We always hear, don't talk to a woman like that. That's a lady. Don't you speak to a woman like that. There's a certain way to talk to a woman. Well, wouldn't you agree there's a certain way to talk to a man? I mean, we both matter, right? I would say so. Anyway, let's talk about the problem with this, all right? Number one, he has a show where he's giving advice. So he's at work, okay? So he's giving advice. The advice is to try to help you get to marriage. People call this show wanting his advice because they want to acquire a high-value man or they want marriage. So he tries to give them advice that they can apply to get them closer to that point, okay? Now, if you're going to call in and get true advice, wouldn't you be truthful about your past, about the data, about the information? If you're not going to do that and you're going to manipulate that, change the narrative, you're not going to get the advice for you. So it's similar to like going to the doctor saying, hey, I'm not feeling well. Can y'all do some work and tell me what's wrong with me? And when it comes time, they say, okay, go pee in this cup. You take somebody else's pee. They ask you how you've been feeling. You tell them how somebody else been feeling. You start lying, changing the narrative. Maybe you're scared of hearing the worst information. You don't want to hear you got cancer. You don't want to hear that you have, some type of terminal disease. So you lie. Well, you're still not going to get the information that you need. And if you really want your life to change and you calling in this show because you want advice so you can apply it, and you change the narrative, you're not going to get it that way. And listen, family, again, he shouldn't have spoke to her that way, but we haven't talked about what she was doing to him. All right. Now, again, that's being evasive is one thing. Not telling the truth is another. But I'm going to replay this video and show you the blatant problems with this video. All right. Things that would probably bleed into her life. And if we do these things, they will affect our lives as well. Now, first, just to establish, a proposal is a public declaration that someone wants to marry you. Public, not private. It doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be in front of the Super Bowl. It could be in front of family members. It could be a cookout. It could be some type of event where there's people. It just can't be secretive, like a promise. It has to be in front of people, okay? This is what makes it a true official proposal. Now, the reason this question is asked is because a lot of times women will get attention, but that attention is not for marriage, okay? It is for that sacred act, okay? And a lot of times it's hard for a lot of women to separate the two. The men that's interested in me for a sacred act and the men that's actually interested in me or vetting me for marriage. And most often women will say, well, men don't ask me about marriage. They'll date me, they'll sleep with me, but they won't ask about marriage. And that's where the advice comes in. You understand? So he wants to know, have you been proposed to? This would mean that you've had some qualities that would embody a wife, where a man would say, okay, I want this woman to be the mother of my children. I'm going to ask her to marry me. Now, when he asked her that question, if it's not true, just say it's not true, okay? But she says it is. She names a restaurant where this happened. So it's genius, but he set this up nicely, okay? First, he says, I know the owner. I know people in there. This makes the person say, okay, I better give an accurate story, an accurate account, because he knows someone who can validate this story. Now, they're thinking about the lie they about to make up. But then he goes to a very simple question, very simple, nuanced question, something that if someone was really telling the truth, simple memory would recall. And she couldn't do it. Instead, she became elusive. She became skeptical about his questioning. What is he doing? Is he doing something? Is this like some chess game? But why? If you're honest, family, you shouldn't worry about what somebody's point is, or if somebody's trying to be deceptive to try and get something out of you. Just simply answer the questions if you know you have nothing to hide. And if you want the truth about why you're unable to manifest a certain thing, just be honest. Okay? But it turns into, I don't get your point. Why are you asking me this question? Why is that? To the person who's asking the question, you seem evasive and manipulative. You understand? Now to you, you might feel like I'm on the hot seat, I'm being interrogated. But when you don't ask simple questions, it makes you look like you're lying. And I'm going to show you several times in here where she could have answered a simple question, but she said some other words instead. Okay? And I'm going to show you how this is indicative of deceit. Kevin is amazing at vetting, and a lot of you guys can take a lot from him in terms of the questions that he asks. So you guys can assess who's going to be a good wife down the road. They say he who finds a wife finds a good thing, but it says a wife, not a woman. So every woman had a wife, right? So you got to find a wife. How do you find a wife? See, you have to really dig. If you ask her questions, she may finagle the story, okay? Now, I'm going to explain to you why, but I want you to hang on to the end for that, all right? Let me explain this. Let's go ahead and get this video, though. All right, let's go.
Tell us the story of this engagement at Papado Oakland, a location I know very well. I know John Ben Dukes. I know the manager. Tell me how he proposed. If he proposed to you in the middle of the restaurant, I want to hear this story.
So, like I said, he's one of the guys who I had been seriously dating.
Just tell me about it. Tell me about the proposal. Tell me about the proposal.
Now, you may not count this, but that's the first one that you could say is deceptive. You may say, I don't want to count that one. The reason I'm counting it is because he said, tell me the story. And she begins to, like an anime, character build. Well, there was this guy who I was seriously dating. What a person who asked that question is thinking is that you're coming up with something, because you're saying something else so your brain can have time to make up the story, right? How did this proposal happen? Am I going to say he had a cake sent to me? Am I going to say that he put it in the bottom of the wine glass? Am I going to say that he just pulled it out, paused, and presented it to me after the meal? Was it before the meal? How am I going to say this? What did he say to me? I have to think of all of this. I can't just tell you the story, Kevin. I have to give me time to build the characters up. No, just give me the story. Just tell me about that day. No, tell me about that day. I love this because if you're recalling, it should be simple. Let's go.
Tell me about the proposal. Tell me about the proposal. I just want Saturday night. What'd you have? What'd you eat?
So I mean, I was having a nice meal.
What did you have?
Family. Now, imagine this. Yeah, I was just chilling. I went out with my girls. We did this right here. Where did you go? Dang, why are you asking all these questions? See how that feels? Ladies, if you didn't sense that just now, just imagine your boyfriend come home, your husband comes home. So did you have fun? Yeah, I went out with my friends. We had a great time. Oh yeah, what did y'all do? Where all did y'all go? Dang, why all the questions? You don't see how why all the questions should have been the answer to the question. We went here, we went there, we went this place, we went that place. It starts to seem deceptive, right? Now, you can simply ask little details that if a person's telling you the truth, they'll be able to recall. If a person's lying to you, they came up with a story. A lot of times a person will come up with a story before you even ask. But they've thought of the lie. They haven't thought of the details. You understand? So when they lie and say they're at a restaurant, they didn't put together what they ate, what the dishes looked like, the surroundings. They didn't put all that together. You understand? So when you ask these questions quick like that, if a person is simply recalling, they won't have to do all this evasive stuff. But she's doing it, which says, hey, potentially she's telling a lie. Okay? Yeah, also, tell me about this. Tell me about this proposal. Well, there was a guy who I had been seriously dating. See how there was details that he didn't ask for? Now, when he asked for details, what did you eat? It's I had a meal, and it's vague now. When I want details, you won't give them. But when I didn't ask for details, you're giving them. Why? Let's continue.
Understand
what the food?
Specifics.
Because I just want to know. Did you have what? What'd you eat?
I mean, I don't know what you're trying to get at.
I just want, ma'am.
See, I don't understand the specifics. I just want to know, what did you eat? I don't know what you're trying to get at. When they said, I don't know what you're trying to get at, they could have been saying salmon, rice, broccoli, sweet potato, baked sweet potato, right? They could have been saying things that they had, literally giving the details, but instead they're saying something else. Why? because the brain doesn't have it. They weren't there. It didn't happen, family. Let's continue.
You have a great story to tell. I just want the details. What'd you eat? Why you being so evasive about seafood? Exactly.
So again, why are you being so evasive about seafood? Just tell me what you were eating. This is neither here nor there. Just tell me. She can't do it because it's not true. Memory recall, family, is much different than imagination. Someone needs time to imagine. It needs to make sense. Recalling, though, it should be like clockwork. What color was the car? Blue. What color was the car? Trust me, y'all. That's when you can see some deceit, okay? Now, again, he didn't have to respond like that, but I want to talk to you ladies about this, okay? I want to talk to you guys about, first off, I want to talk to you guys about this. Why do women do that? Why? Why did she call a show, not give true advice, and waste her time, waste his time? She can't use the advice. What's the point, family? Let me explain something to you. A lot of times when it comes to relationships, now, first of all, a relationship is the most important thing that you can manifest, okay? That is the access to your children. That's the access to a father for your child, a mother for your child, a husband or wife for you. They're very important, okay? We have reduced those down to what can a person provide. Men are often looking at a wife based on her body. She got a fat butt, I'll marry her, right? Women are looking at a man. Oh, he got resources, I'll marry him. Both are desensitized as into seeing the person and the true quality of a husband or a wife. You're looking for a child's mother. That fat butt ain't gonna do it. You're looking for your child's father. Just because he has money does not make him a father. These are two totally different things, family. All right? But if you're looking at a man as a means to an end, sort of like a job, meaning you're not actually truly gonna value his soul, his leadership, his guidance, his protection, his structure, you're literally looking for resources. So you're not gonna be too concerned about who this man is. You're more so just trying to get your foot in the door. So when you step in like this, instead of being honest about yourself, you're more so going to create a narrative so you can get your foot in the door. Like, think about this. When there's a company looking to hire, right? And they ask, do you have experience? How many people say yeah when they don't have experience? A lot, right? Because they're just trying to get their foot in the door. It's a mean to an end, right? When they ask, have you smoked? Have you done this? No, I haven't. Okay, you show up to the interview, you lie, you say you got experience. Why? It's not true, but you think it betters your chances of getting the job. Okay, well, are you on drugs? Have you smoked? No. Okay, take this test. I'm gonna take somebody else's pee and use it so I can get the job. Well, life don't work like that. You might can get that job like that, but you guys are going to God or the universe with a pee cup that ain't yours, and you think you can trick God or the universe. You're gonna always get who you are, family. And that's the kicker. So number one, what Kevin said to her, it ain't even close to what karma is about to say to her, what life gonna teach her. Y'all get with these men, lie to these men about who you are, what your past relationships were like, your body count. You'll lie about all these things. And then you'll ask God or the universe why this man is a liar, why he's deceitful, why he's not who you thought he was gonna be. Do you understand? I'm telling y'all, that is not how it works. In order to manifest a husband, a mother to your children, you're gonna have to be accountable to the universe. You understand? You will. You're going to have to be a good man. You're going to have to be a good woman. You're going to have to be a father before you ever have a child. And you're going to have to look for a woman that's already a mother before she even has a child. And I mean have those attributes, okay? The intangible attributes. It's not about, relationships are not about getting what you can get out of people, family. It's about starting a legacy, 50-50. You're going to give 100% of your time and energy to this relationship, and so are they, so your children can be healthy. Kevin's trying to manifest healthy relationships, family. We all can see that we don't know the reason anymore for marriage. We're not raising our children to be wives or husbands anymore. You understand? But again, overall, it was very disrespectful to call this man's show, waste his time, asking him for advice, when you know the advice he's going to give you is going to be seriously skewed because you're going to seriously skew the narrative. Why don't you want the truth? If you truly want to manifest the thing you say you want to manifest, why wouldn't you want the truth? Again, if you go to that doctor saying, I'm feeling sick, haven't been feeling well at all, I want to know what's wrong with me, but you take someone else's blood work, you take someone else's urine. How did you get any closer to finding out what was wrong with you so you can correct these issues? Your fear of worst case scenario is causing you to put off your development. And that's why you're still stuck in this rut. He shouldn't have talked to her that way, but it's more than about tone here, family. What this woman is doing on a daily basis is absolutely wrong to the universe. It's wrong to our community. It's wrong to the men that got to sit in front of her. Do you understand? There is no need to lie. You don't lie to get in somebody's life. That's so disrespectful, and it's so wrong. And you ladies know this. When a guy lie to y'all and tell y'all he got money, when he tell y'all he got this going on and that going on, just to get some sexual attention from you, how do you feel whenever it happens? Violated, disrespected, lied to. Now, how many times have y'all tried to make a man feel like, well, yeah, you can get somewhere with me. Yeah, there's a possibility that we could end up together. Yeah, sure. Play like you really like this guy so you can see how much you can get out of this guy. Okay. And then whenever you don't give him what you promised him or led him to believe, he should just understand. He shouldn't feel violated, used, manipulated. No, that's not how it works. If you go in lying, you'll be lied to. It's yin and yang, family. You got to understand duality. If you're wondering why your life looked the way it looked, why do people lie to me? Ask yourself, am I a liar? Am I deceitful? Think about this, family. Am I disrespectful? Why am I being disrespected? Am I disrespectful? That's all I'm saying, family. Again, lying to the universe, lying to God. You say, God know my heart. Okay, so then why do you think you can go to God and lie? Think about this. Relationship ends, and in a lot of cases, women are often lying on this guy. They say he did this, he did that, did this, did that. Now imagine if this God that you guys believe in is real. Now at the end of life and time, you talking to this God. Now you're gonna go to this guy with them same excuses, right? It didn't work out because that person did this and this person did that and that person did that. Ain't God gonna say, work out your own soul salvation? You can't blame other people for the sin that you committed. You can't blame them, right? So again, this person did that to me and that's why I'm this way. This person lied to me and that's why I'm this way. This person did that. And a lot of times be changing the whole narrative. Changing the whole narrative. They're not even being honest, family. But they want honesty from you. Yo, that's sad, man. All right, that's it for this video, family. Stay tuned to the next videos, but I'm gonna call this one lying to the universe. When lying to the universe goes wrong. All right, family. Anytime you lie to the universe, it goes wrong. But I'm gonna call this one when lying to the universe goes wrong. All right, that's it, family. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you would ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself, and you will never cross the ocean until you have the courage to leave the shore. That's it, family. Peace.